All right, so in this section, we're going to talk about how you can gain weight. So, for a lot of people, they are very interested in adding mass to their frame, and especially in sports nutrition class, I teach a lot of athletes or people that are physically active that this is something that is a burning question for them. So, here's some steps and some guidelines to help you out. I think one of the first things to do is to figure out how many calories you burn in a day and then increase your calorie intake by 500 calories. So way back in the beginning of the semester, we did our diet analysis project, and you guys used an app called Chronometer. And you put your height, your weight, your activity in there, and it told you how many calories you burn in a day. So once you figure that out, right, in order to gain weight, you're going to need to eat more calories than that. So a reasonable amount of calories to add would be about 500 calories a day. And then, of course, we just don't want to add calories and have that be used to, just gain body fat. We need to think about starting a resistance training program so that we stimulate our muscles to grow back thicker and stronger, or hypertrophy as it's called, um, and get those gains that you're looking for. And then to keep you motivated, taking measurements, is a really good thing to do. So like measuring your neck, your upper arm and lower arm, your chest, your abs, your hips, your thighs, and your calf. And if you do those periodically, like maybe every 6 to 8 weeks, you'll start to see gains, and that is very rewarding and keeps you motivated. And then you can also do skin fold measurements or like the BIA, which is handy bioelectrical impedance, just to kind of track trends in body fat. All right, so some other steps. Typically, if we're working with athletes, changes in body weight and composition, whether it's to gain or lose, the time to work on that is in the off season or early preseason. And you want to set a reasonable goal with a specific time frame. So, like gaining 20 pounds in a month isn't going to happen. Okay, so more like about a half a pound to a pound a week being a reasonable goal. And know that if you're someone that is starting out brand new with trying to gain weight, um, that you may be able to increase body mass up to as much as 20% in the first year. But after that, the body mass gains are going to slow down and maybe be only about 1 to 3%. All right, so in order to get your muscles to hypertrophy, meaning increase in size, your resistance training program needs to apply the principle of overload, and that's every time you go into the gym and you do a set with so many reps, after a while your muscles adapt and get stronger, and then you need to increase the weight. So muscles adapt to stress by increasing in size, primarily by increasing the size and numbers of the myofibrils within the muscle cells. All right, in terms of nutrition, all right, we have a lot of tips for you. This goes back to the chapter on protein. We learned that you need about 1.7 grams of protein for every kilogram you weigh if you're trying to increase muscle mass. So remember, to get your weight in kilograms, divide your weight in pounds by 2.2. We know that high quality proteins give you all 9 essential amino acids in the right proportion to promote muscle tissue growth. So dairy, poultry, fish, lean beef, eggs, soy, quinoa, if you are vegetarian. This is all kind of a recap of things we learned earlier, but it's nice to revisit because in terms of weight gain, it does make a difference. Pre and post recovery meals and snacks, remember they need carbs and protein. And so that recommendation, the general one is about 20 to 30 grams at each meal or for each snack. But if you really want to tailor it to your own body weight, take 0.3 grams of protein and multiply it by your weight in kilograms. And that post-recovery snack works by stimulating insulin secretion in your body, which helps to drive amino acids and carbohydrates into the muscles where they're needed the carbs are needed for making glycogen for the next workout, and the amino acids are there as building blocks for muscle tissue. So recovery snack, always within 30 minutes after resistance training. And then bedtime snacks with protein are important too, slower digesting protein sources like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or casein All right, a couple other steps. Rest. Your muscles rebuild during rest and sleep. I can't stress that enough. Always include some recovery days. You need time for muscles to repair themselves and make new proteins. Stop smoking if you smoke. Smoking decreases your appetite. It makes it harder to get those calories you need, and the same with caffeine. Caffeine decreases your appetite. That's why they put it in every weight loss supplement out there. Okay. All right, so some final tips to help you gain weight. I can't stress this enough. Eat on a schedule. Take advantage of every eating opportunity and make sure you eat breakfast. All right, 3 meals plus snacks. Larger portions, but don't stuff yourself. You shouldn't be walking around, feeling, like you're stuffed to the gills, right? You want to eat a little extra food at every meal and snack, but again, not to the point where you're making yourself sick. Tracker apps can make a big difference in terms of keeping you accountable for staying on that schedule and meeting your calorie goals. And then some higher calorie things that you can add for snacks. Nuts and seeds are higher calories, avocados, nut butters, peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, and smoothies, as long as you're making them with whole foods and not going out to one of these smoothie places where they're just loaded up with sugar. So here's some good snacks for you. Milk in a sports bar, PB&J on whole wheat with milk, a bagel, peanut butter, and Greek yogurt, a couple string cheese with crackers and fruit, Greek yogurt, granola, and fruit. Cottage cheese, people tend to love it or hate it, but it's really good for you. So cottage cheese and pineapple, or cottage cheese with applesauce, trail mix in a smoothie, a whey protein shake, and a banana. So those are some great snacks that are healthful that also will give you the calories that you need. All right, so we're going to stop there. When we come back, we'll talk about weight management again.